Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, you're going to meet the great Michael Sanders. He is the head of a gourmet pudding company here in Dallas, and he says the proof is in the pudding. His journey just ahead.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
Well, when I think about the ultimate comfort food, when it comes to dessert, I mean, we think about cakes and pies and ice cream, but truly, I think the ultimate comfort food is pudding. I remember like soothing any wound that I had in childhood with some homemade pudding, and my mom did such a great job. Michael Sanders is in the studio. He's with Pruuf Gourmet Pudding. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to get into your origin story in a second. But you have really perfected pudding. Tell us what you added to your mom's ingredients.
Well, it's more so a lot more love. The blending and cooking process is what's been changed. We took the true custard on top of the stove and we pushed it to the limit so that the texture is spot on for most individuals.
And texture, people underestimate texture. I mean, you can have a great ice cream, but sometimes there's just the texture of the ice cream makes the difference.
Absolutely.
Talk about that.
Well, it's the creamy effect of our pudding. It's one of those things where it's velvety. It's more dense, more rich than your typical pudding, and so we've took that and it appeals to almost everyone's palate.
Well, you were telling me something before the show. You said it's as if cake batter and ice cream had a baby.
Absolutely.
What did you say?
So we've took the best of all worlds. So we took the right temperature of ice cream. Mm-hmm. We've took the right flavor of frosting, and then we took the feel of what cake batter does to you, and we've combined those and somewhat through our process to where those 3 things come together to make our product. Cake batter, ice cream, and frosting coming together. It's a culmination that appeals to all taste buds.
That's amazing. Okay, we're going to pull up your website, and if we scroll down the website, let's talk about, this is a young company. When did you launch it?
Yes, so we launched it January of this year, and it has been growing like a wildfire. Wildfire. Yeah. It's an exciting thing, meeting, all people from everywhere who travel into Dallas. People who we meet at different markets and events. It's an awesome, feeling to know that the product has a great appeal.
And tell us about the journey, because it's hard. You can't just cook up something in your kitchen and put it on the shelf of Central Market, can you? I mean, there's a whole process.
It is a process. One is that when customers taste your product, they expect the same flavor every time they taste it. So when they fall in love with it at the market or at an event, they taste the product and they say, wow, you're like, what is that? And then they come back and they want to have that same, feeling. And so the science behind what you do is very important. And so it's not something you can just kind of spitball. You really, yes, you come up with a flavor when you're playing in the kitchen, but can you build that? Can you scale it?
Yes.
And that's what the important piece of it is.
Outstanding. You came on our radar screen from a good friend, Kelly Roberts, but you recently were on Channel 8, so you were on a big local station here, and you had a big segment. We're going to run a piece of that segment right now.
All right, we're in the GMT kitchen discovering that Proofs in the Pudding is where family, flavor, and fun all come together. What started out as a family kitchen experiment quickly turned into a way to share handcrafted happiness and decadence in a jar, one spoonful at a time. So Pruuf Gourmet Pudding owner and CEO Michael Sanders is here to share his story. And more importantly, I get to try some of the pudding. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
I think this is so great because it all started in your family kitchen. Where did the original pudding recipe come from?
So, of course, my mom taught me the fundamentals of how to cook.
Oh, of course.
And so I kind of took her ideas and kind of infused it a little bit more, with a little bit more love. And so, yes, so we're here now with the world's greatest gourmet pudding.
And you know it's going to be good because Mom inspired it.
Absolutely.
You know, and something about the way that Mom cooks, there's a lot of love that's in that. And I love that you've been able to take that and continue to sprinkle love in everything that you're doing. So why the name Pruuf? What makes, and it's spelled P-R-U-U-F, gourmet pudding. So, and what makes these jars so unique?
Yes, so proof, of course, as the old version goes, the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the tasting of the pudding. It's the whole experience. It's to kind of bring to mind that once you experience it, is when you get the full understanding of what it is.
Yeah, and then you can taste all of
Absolutely.
that love. All right, so when did you and your family decide, okay, now this is great, this is a recipe from Mom, but when did you decide you wanted to maybe transition that into a business?
Well, I mean, of course, family and friends always loved it, and they always ask when you're going to do it, when you're going to do it. So I said, what better way to do it than now? You know, and so we stepped out and this year and created the Pruuf Gourmet Pudding, and it's been going great.
All right, so let's talk about, because you have lots of different flavors. My favorite is banana pudding, but
Yes.
you also have summer flavors. So you're going to be making mango puree.
Yes.
Now you've already started
Yes.
putting some of these ingredients into the pot. I don't know if they can see it. So tell us a little bit about how you make this.
So this mango is kind of taking a tropical Caribbean type fruit and taking a spin on it. All Pruuf Gourmet Pudding is all about creating new experiences. So we take something that you would do traditional and twist it a little bit.
And mangoes are having a spotlight right now.
Yes.
I didn't hear a lot about mangoes for a while, and now all of a sudden there's a lot of mangoes,
Absolutely.
and I love the flavor. I love the texture of a mango. Okay, so let's start a little bit about the process.
So of course, when you make we caramelize it, so you're gonna need cinnamon. We use Ceylon cinnamon. You have your vanilla extract. We use black vanilla bean extract as well as French vanilla. You have your brown sugar and regular granulated sugar, and then of course your mangoes.
I love it that it's all pure, really, just pure ingredients. So
Let's talk a little about pure ingredients. I mean, the proof is in the pudding, literally.
Absolutely.
Tell us about how you source your ingredients.
So we use all whole ingredients, and so we took the same thing that you would feel like the old traditional, old-fashioned flour, eggs, their organic sugar, and then we just, again, twist it, infuse it with love, and do it the old-fashioned way.
Beautiful. You have several puddings in front of us, so just go ahead and grab each one and tell us what we're looking at.
This right here is our apple cobbler type pudding. It's the French vanilla bean pudding with apple filling, pie filling, with a pie crust. We use a little kataffe to give you that crunch. So we have roasted kataffe as well as a cookie blend in it. So it gives you a right texture, a little bit of crunch that will add to the apple crisps.
Love it.
And this one right here is our gourmet chocolate with chocolate Oreo cookie. And if you're a chocolate lover, this is definitely where it's at. And here we have the sweet potato pudding. It is phenomenal. This definitely transports you to Thanksgiving immediately when you taste it. It's the right creamy texture, sweet potato pudding, as well with a Biscoff graham cracker and vanilla wafer cookie blend. And so it's an awesome combination of flavors. Here we have our classic OG vanilla bean pudding. This one right here is vanilla bean pudding with vanilla wafers, graham crackers, and butter cookie. Awesome, traditional, plain Jane. No need to jazz up even more to that. And then this is our number one seller. This is our Bang Bang Banana. So this is a caramelized banana and a vanilla bean pudding with the cookie blend, vanilla wafers, graham crackers, and butter cookie.
Hey, why is that the best seller?
I think because it's banana pudding. People are a bit biased,
Yeah.
Of course, we have over 70 flavors that we create.
Yes.
And so when people come, they come with the mindset of banana pudding,
Yeah.
and then we introduce them to all the unique flavors that we have.
Are you always creating? Like
Always.
when you walk down?
When I hear something from a customer or, whether it's from a different culture or maybe a customer has a particular dessert that was traditional to their region that I've never heard of. I immediately go experiment with that flavor.
No kidding.
Yes.
Okay, so if you're going down the aisle of a grocery store and you see cookies and cream ice cream, are you thinking to yourself, like how would I do that? I mean,
Absolutely.
you're always inventing?
I think, how would I do it? Then I do it. So we have cookies and cream. We have anything that has a dessert right now that's in mainstream. We have it. That's in the U.S. And so that's the creative side of it. And the unique thing about when I'm creating the flavors is that I do not taste it when I'm cooking it. My kids are there, and so they just sit around and wait to see what it comes out to.
But I like that because you have this unbiased panel of experts.
Absolutely. Not only that, but when I introduce a new flavor to the market, I don't want to be biased to the criticism that may come.
Yeah.
So if I taste and I like it, and the customer tells me what they don't like about it, I may not be receptive to it. And so when they get their first reaction, it's the first reaction I get. So
have you created anything that bombed with your kids and never made it to the market?
No.
Never? No, really?
That's why it's over 70 plus flavors.
That's pretty amazing.
We don't miss.
Congratulations.
Now, there are other flavors they would like more.
Yes.
But, yeah, we don't miss. We really, I mean, the good thing about the product is that whatever it's supposed to taste like, it's what it tastes like. And so there's no artificial flavoring. When we cook our banana pudding, we use bananas to get the real flavor. That's why you don't have that Laffy Taffy type feel, aftertaste. And so it's much more authentic to the palate. And so when we get out to the customer, it's I want that reaction. So that first time reaction, they are like, wow. And not only that, but it immediately transports them to when they was a kid, cooking with their family, or maybe they lost a loved one like I have, and it immediately connects them with that thought and remembrance. Or maybe they don't feel loved. Now they taste this product, it's a true comfort food. And or maybe, like I said, you got two strangers in front of your booth, and now they become friends because they found something to have in common. Whatever it is, it's a product that transcends, and so we're here for it.
That's really cool. All right, we have about 2 minutes left, so talk about the future. You made a bold prediction before the show on where this is all headed.
Yes.
Go ahead and share that.
So Pruuf Gourmet Pudding campaigns to be the #1 dessert, not only in the U.S., but in the world. We believe we have a product that appeals to most, if not all, palates. It's very unique. It's the texture, it's very rich, it's dense. The flavor, of course, is out of this world. And it's one of those products that when you taste it, you cannot get it out your mind. You can walk away, but you're going to regret it because you're like, I should have bought more.
I love it. Well, congratulations on your success. We're going to end with his website, which is proofgourmetpudding.com. The great Michael Sanders. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
You bet. That's it for now. We'll see you next time.